I don't know if y'all seen this pole dancing class, but we need to talk about this. First and foremost, pole dancing was invented to turn on men. Point blank period. Pole dancing was invented to turn on men. Now y'all trying to reinvent what pole dance can be used for is very weird when we know symbolism is a big thing, right? We know what that pole is supposed to symbolize, and y'all are acting like it doesn't symbolize a penis, right? It was made and it was called the Hoochie Coochie Dance, made in the 1920s in the circus and became popular in the 1950s for strip clubs. Now, let's not play, let's not act. You got like 40 or 50 different workouts before you even get to pole dancing to call it a good core workout or a good workout in general. I don't know why y'all keep insisting on sexualizing the kids, but we have this argument that keeps going around about sexualizing children, right? And they women, and this is typically women, not men. Women will say it's harmless that they're dancing on the pole because it's a closed class. Nobody's stripping, nobody's getting naked, nobody's throwing money, nobody's doing anything. It's just a closed class, good workout. It's not closed anymore once you put it on the internet. And as a parent, you have to be cognitive that somebody might see this and see my little girl swinging on this pole with her legs open and might want to kidnap my daughter. We can't act like kidnapping ain't going on. We can't act like up there in Philadelphia they ain't talk about all the missing children that has been going on. We can't talk about all the children that's been missing coming across the border and stuff like that. So let's not act like sex trafficking isn't a big thing right now, especially for these perverts out here that's watching. And it's not just a pervert on the man's side or the women's side. All people are perverts, men and women, right? And I'm not saying everybody, I'm saying all genders, right? Every day I get on social media and I see a new teacher sleeping with a young boy. New teacher sleeping with a young boy every day. Not every other week, not every other month. Every day. Every day. And they want us to believe that men are the only predators, and we know that's why so many boys go under the radar and they don't say anything when they get sexually assaulted or raped or anything like that. We can't keep acting as if, oh, if I put my child in something, you're the pervert for sexualizing them. This is what women say. You shouldn't even be thinking like that. Huh? If that's something that I like and it's natural inside of me, I'm not a pervert. I'm not attracted to young kids, but there are people that are. And if you're attracted to something, how can you tell a person that they shouldn't be attracted to something that's natural inside of them? This is like me telling you as a woman, oh, you're disgusting for having a period. You shouldn't bleed every month. But how can you stop that? Same thing as me just being a heterosexual man. If I see a woman with some tights on and I see that moose knuckle hanging out of there, that cootie pop print, and how her butt is accentuated, because now y'all got the tights, they got the little thing that pulls it up in the crack of y'all ass now, and I'm not supposed to look? You telling me I'm the pervert, I'm nasty for looking, but that's something that's natural to me as a man to look? And y'all want to act like y'all don't be doing certain things for attention? Y'all want to act like there isn't a thing called Through the Eyes of a Predator, where they go to these prisons and they ask rapists what they look for and they say easily accessible clothing? It's like number 2 on the list to get access to your body. That pose symbolizes something, and we cannot keep acting like it doesn't symbolize something. It symbolizes a phallus. Now, y'all trying to make it a workout of whoop whoop cool. A hammer's meant to drive nails in, but some people use it as weapons. They don't call it a weapon now. No, it's intended for a purpose. That's why we have research on certain things, because symbolism is a thing. The psychology of that pole is to invoke a feeling. You might have men that are not predators and may not even look at kids that way, but seeing a young girl swing around with her legs open like that may invoke a feeling, because symbolism is a thing. Especially when it comes to so many women, especially the hopper top ass women. Y'all try to act like the body's so beautiful. Oh, what, you never seen a titty before? Like, this is so natural. I should be free of my being and all of this. But come on, baby, you acting like this is not supposed to turn a person on. You're just supposed to be naked because it's natural. And this is something that we do, but then y'all are the same people that talk about etymology and what the meaning of words is, and y'all want to go back in the dictionary and look up and research why certain words were written a certain type of way and what it's supposed to mean, the root meaning. But y'all don't want to do the root meaning of stripper poles? Are y'all serious? Look, I agree. There are certain things that some kids can't avoid. You can't avoid having a creepy uncle. You can't avoid if your parents were piss poor and they didn't watch you. You can't avoid being, put in the adoption system. You can't avoid if you get adopted by perverted parents. I understand those are things that you can't avoid. You just dealt a bad hand, and I'm sorry for you. But there are things and preventative measures that are in place so certain things don't happen to your children. As a parent, you are supposed to put yourself in a mind state, the most diabolical mind state that you could come up with, to see and avoid all the creeks and crevices and little entryways that people can have access to your children. If you're just out here and you think that the world is all roses and daisies and people shouldn't be predators, I agree with you. But that's not the reality we live in. It's a predator and prey world that we live in. If that's the case, we should put car salesmen in jail, because they prey on your ignorance all day, and they tell you lies, tell you this car is going to be the best car for you. And like they said, the car salesmen have a certain knack of invoking a feeling to get you to buy a car. Same thing with sexual predators. A lot of times they say stuff to you that make you feel good, and they do things to you to make you feel okay with what they're doing to you. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. Some people have that. But for y'all to sit here and act like this pole does not symbolize a sexual thing to invoke a sexual feeling in men is weird. You have 40, 50 different workouts before you even get to pole dance. You got Pilates, you got yoga, a spiritual form of stretching to help release stress and stuff like that, where a lot of kids need to actually be in. But y'all want to go to pole dancing. You got burpees, you got sprint, you got track, you got football, you got baseball, you got softball, you got basketball. You got so many things if you want your children to be working out and have a good form of workout that you can put your children in. You got weightlifting, they got physical education, PE. You got so many things, but y'all want to go to pole dancing? And then tell men, oh, if you look at women in a sexual way, you're a creep. Huh? What? Like I said, it would be, it's like me telling you, hey, you shouldn't have a period. That's weird. That's nasty. That's disgusting. But it's natural. I can't help that. I can't help it if I tried. So now you got women, and it's mainly women. You said women, hey lady, you might want to cover up because easily accessible clothing gets raped. Well, there shouldn't be any predators. Well, okay, cool, but there are. Would it be wise for you to be half naked, walking alone at night down an alley or in a park, Central Park? As a matter of fact, like they didn't have a whole bunch of rapes going on in Central Park. Would that be wise? We supposed to be the intelligent creatures on this earth, but we still having arguments like this. They tell you that lions and zebras is a predator-prey mindset, but you know what they say about the zebras? The zebras are supposed to stay tightly knit when they're grazing on the field, so it confuses the lions so they won't get their ass ate. You know who typically get their ass ate out the frame? It's the lone damn zebra by itself, or they single out somebody that's weak. And a lot of y'all are zebras out here, and that's why y'all get preyed on. As a parent, you're supposed to think of the worst ways, and I know a lot of y'all don't want y'all mind to go there, to think of how, hey, this creep will get in to get my child. But that's part of parenting. And for y'all to be talking about it's a form of workout, this is weird. This is weird. Like I said, y'all love to talk about etymology of root words and what it means and why it was created, the feeling that it invoked. But as soon as we talk about pole dancing and y'all putting y'all children in it, now it's not an issue. We don't want to talk about that. Oh, y'all, you're a creep for looking at my child that way. Shut the fuck up.